Now, I speak regularly to Elizabeth McClean, the Allowah Christmas Appeal. It's a very special place in Western Sydney, Perry Street, Dundas, I think, from memory. And Elizabeth McClean's on the line right now. G'day, Elizabeth.
Hi, Ray. How are you?
Not bad at all. We talk annually about the need for help for your very special place, for very special people, run by very special people. So it's all yours. What can we do to try and help alleviate the pain and suffering financially anyway?
Yes, absolutely. Look, for those of you who don't know Allowah, we care for kids and young adults with really complex disabilities and healthcare needs. Many of the kids we get to know are diagnosed at birth with conditions that will impact the rest of their lives. And I'm thinking of a family where their child was born with a condition that meant that they were told that she'd never talk, never walk, never go to school. And from there they feared that, she'd never have friends, never be able to say, I love you, never enjoy life. And they really weren't very sure how they'd cope. Life for lots of these families become all about medical appointments and fear and worry. But with Allowah's support and the love and dedication of her family and her care team, she did learn to walk and she did learn to say, I love you using signs, and she does enjoy life and has the best life ever. She did go to school and she did make friends, and she's now a happy young adult. And because of our changes here at Allowah this year, we can actually continue to have that relationship with her as a young adult. And so this Christmas, we're really celebrating every smile, every moment, every milestone that these kids make is hard won. And we really celebrate that with their families. So our annual Christmas appeal helps us to fund the facility here and our equipment and help fund families who themselves can't afford for their kids to come in some circumstances. And so we can only do what we do through the generosity of people like yourself and your listeners. We need every year to raise more than $1 million. And so Christmas time this year, we're looking to raise about $400,000. And, and to help these families really continue to be able to celebrate life with their children and enjoy life with them, especially at times like Christmas.
Yeah. Elizabeth, if you're not there, there's a very big gap there, obviously, for these people.
Yeah, there is.
A big gap. And last time we spoke, it's 12 months ago, obviously, we spoke about some of the long-standing staff and volunteers that are part of what you do up there on Perry Street at Dundas. And you still got a beautiful view at the back, have you?
We do indeed, yeah. We look right down over the valley and down to the Olympic Stadium down there. So it's a beautiful view. And it's a lovely place. People often think that maybe a facility that's for kids with really, really complex disabilities, it must be such a sad place, but actually it's not. It's full of fun and it's full of laughter. And as you say, lots of staff who are really, really dedicated. Our support work staff and our nurses and our admin and cleaners and people who work in the laundry who've just been here for years because it becomes like family. For these families and their kids, and so we celebrate their milestones too.
Well, you really, in relation to this, who's going to walk for a day in the shoes of a parent who is presented with these circumstances as a young person, having children and confronting a life dedicated to the children, and people who have special needs children are by definition special people because they're just incredibly committed and devoted to their children, and you are there to help them continue to commit to the children and help the children grow into young adults like the young lady you mentioned, who has a much better outcome than perhaps they thought that she'd have at a very young age.
Yeah. And
anyway, let's get to the nitty gritty. We need $400,000. Okay, so where are we going to send the money? Come on, where's it going to?
All right. Well, if you go to Allowah, which is spelled ALLOWAH, .org.au, you should find a button there. But if you don't, you can add a /give24 or just click the donation page. Or you can call if you don't like doing things online, and it's 02 8877 3400.
8877 3400.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, it's a most important thing that you provide, a most important service you provide to very special people, and we commend people. So it's allowah.org.au, spelled ALLOWAH. And if you don't like going to allowah.org.au and donating, 8877 one of the wonderful staff at Allowah will deck you the way. It's great to talk to you, Elizabeth. I'm glad we've been able to help again.
So lovely to talk to you again, Ray. We really appreciate you and your community.
We'll give it another couple of mentions in the next couple of weeks. Thanks, Elizabeth.
You're brilliant. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All the best. Thanks. CEO of the Christmas Appeal for the Allowah facility up there in Western Sydney at Dundas. And, it's just an unbelievable thing they do. And we're talking about mums and dads and confronting a lifetime commitment to their... We all make lifetime commitment to our children, but these are very special children. And so it's most important we get their $400,000 in. And we have some very generous benefactors that do that every year, that phone up or go to the website. And Elizabeth sent me an email after we've been through it a couple of weeks and says, we're getting very close, it's horribly close. So we'll keep talking about it in the lead up to, of course, the 13th of December.